Willie, highly recruited player. What made you decide to join the University of Kentucky?
Kind of that sense of I didn't know what it exactly was going to be like. You know, Coach Cal just said, you know, I don't know how good I could be, and that kind of just stuck with me. You know, like I could go to another program and be, you know, one of the best players on the team, or I can go to this program and be one of the best players with every other best player. So now we got, you know, everybody on the team is that best player. So you're putting the best players in, you know, our class on one team, and you're playing against the best every day. Where, you know, if you go somewhere else, you're not really getting pushed like you would if you came here playing against the best players. Like me and Nerlens going against each other, me and Kyle going against each other. So now you're getting better, but you're not realizing you're getting better. So it's kind of like one of those kind of things.
Obviously, Coach Cal sent several players to the NBA of late. Did that factor into your thought process at all?
I mean, it did, because you know, that's the ultimate goal, is to, you know, to go to the NBA. So, you know, by looking at the wall and seeing how many people, you know, he's put in the NBA or put overseas and stuff, and it was definitely like a big factor coming here.
You talk about getting better. Almost universally, from Coach Cal to several of your teammates, have talked about how much you've impressed them over the summer. And it's like you're like the player everybody's going to be really kind of like surprised about how good you are. How does that make you feel to kind of be viewed as like maybe a hidden gem of sorts?
It feels good from a confidence standpoint, because I mean I think that's one thing that I lack is, you know, it's like self-confidence of how good am I really. And you know, when Coach Cal is saying that, and the coaching staff is saying that, and then some of the best players in the country on your team saying that, that kind of gets you like a different idea how to look at yourself. So I mean, it's been really good.
Now, Coach Cal yesterday mentioned about all the other sports you played in high school. What other sports did you play, and when did you stop participating in those sports?
I played baseball, ran track, and football, and basketball. And in my senior year, I started to play tennis with my brother, and we were running doubles. And once the season hit, you know, we kind of lost interest in it. You know, it wasn't as fun as we thought it was going to be, so then we kind of quit playing that. But I didn't quit playing those until, shoot, I think I quit running track my sophomore in high school. But I still played baseball and football, and then my junior year, I tried out for the baseball team. I made it, but I had to quit because of AAU basketball. I just started in the spring, where you can play in the spring now, and that wasn't the case back in like the last years. So I couldn't play baseball then, and then I had to sit out football because I transferred. And then my senior year, I just played football and basketball.
What position did you play in football?
I started out quarterback, and then we got a kid that transferred in that had played quarterback there, like for one of the coaches before. So he kind of knew what was already going on with the offense. So they moved me to a receiver. So now we had like a duo that we can do. So I mean, it was fun.
Pretty tall receiver.
Yeah.
You had to make for a pretty good target.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of space you can cover.
What do you miss about not playing those sports as much now?
There's just that emptiness in you now. Like before, you're always busy with like the different sport. Like during football season, you worked only on football. I didn't work on anything else. So each season was like that. And then now that, you know, I'm just working on one sport, you kind of get tired of practicing all the time and you want to play. Or with other sports, you know, when you're playing 4 different sports, you never have that emptiness feeling like, oh man, I'm tired of practicing, I just want to play, because you're always doing something.
Right. How's the transition been so far from high school to college?
I mean, just the fact that everything's more just upscale. Like everything's gone up, you know, schoolwork has gone up. You know, it's more difficult because in high school, instead of, you know, your teacher telling you what to do, now you have to read on your own. They're not telling you what you read. It's like, okay, here's the book. If you want to, you know, do well, you'll read it. If not, then you're going to struggle. So you kind of have to learn how to do stuff on your own. I mean, it's the same way with basketball. Like, you don't come in to practice not knowing what to do. you know, he's not going to take time. You know, Kyle's not going to take time to show you what to do. He might do it once, and then after that, you're on your own. Like, you either paid attention and you know it, or you're just going to struggle with it. So, I mean, a lot of it's just upscale.
What player or teammate or somebody else on campus has really been out of their way to make you feel comfortable at Lexington?
You know, everybody kind of like is, you know, everybody's like brothers with everybody. Like, what I could say, like me, Archie, Alex, the summer, we're like the only guys, you know, here, and we were with each other all the time, so we kind of got like a brotherhood. And, you know, and then Julius came, and then, you know, I started hanging out with Kyle, and then next thing you know, now we're all hanging out together, and like you're just, you know, making friends, and you're becoming like closer and closer. Next thing you know, the whole team is together. So, you know, but really everybody.